Today went pretty well. I mean, we did have hiccups. I think we prepared better than the last time. Well, the last time I taught, with having the supplies and everything out for them and putting the paints already set for them. They did well taking instructions, everything like that. They just seemed not excited at first. They seemed not excited, but then they were excited. They were confusing me emotionally wise, which is funny because our lesson was an emotional portrait painting, but they took to it pretty well. We gave them examples to go off of and to help them kind of understand what the concept was. It's not a traditional self-portrait. It's mostly an emotional self-portrait. Painting using colors that how you feel inside and why. And none of them said that it was a stupid idea or anything. They really liked the project. They really got into it once I explained it, or we explained it. One of my students was painting not with black but darker colors, and I asked them, why are we doing this color? And we went around asking why were they choosing the colors that they were choosing, because I wanted them to explain to me their emotion and how it was connected to this color. And he told me because he was sad. And I go, well, why are you sad? Why is this color connected to you sad? Well, my rabbit died yesterday and this is the color I feel. This is sad and I'm sad. I'm like, okay. And then they were throwing me out there some interesting stuff. They were saying, because I feel weird, I feel happy, I feel excited, I feel angry. I got a few angries. Most of the paintings that do have orange, for whatever reason, orange was connected to the feeling of anger. So that was interesting. One girl, she was like, I'm like the Hulk. I'm like, is that why you're green? She's like, yeah, green means anger, which also I'm like, okay. They liked what they were doing. They really got into it, and when time was running short, I kept reminding them, because I told them the challenge is not to leave any blank canvas. Everything needs to have paint on it, even if it means white is the color that's on there. And they really took that to heart. And they wanted to get it done. And I think that's why at the end they were very unsatisfied. They finished it, but then we did have a little extra time. But we sat down and we were talking about why we felt how we felt, why we painted what we painted, and things like that. We had a little reflection time about our artwork. And then I asked them if they were happy with it, and they all said no, they weren't. They wanted to do better, not because they didn't like the project, but because they wanted to do better on their actual work. They wanted to improve it, which I felt I did good by making it to a teachable lesson, that when you don't like how something turns out and you want it to get better, you work harder at it. You continue practicing, you continue on working that skill up, So we talked about that. We talked about the next project, kind of about a little bit of housekeeping on how we're going to release them and things like that, because that was a little bit of a hiccup where I had to inform them this time, because I guess last time as well the two people that were in Think Together just left. So we made a little announcement that we would be now dismissing the students from Think Together first, so that we could visually see them go off to the classroom, and then we would be dismissing the rest. And that worked out smoothly. They were very hyper, they were very happy, they were excited. I did get a range of emotions, and they explained those very well, from sadness to anger, crazy, like I said. I think they just wanted more time with their project, and I wish we could have given them that. We gave them references for the face, the roundness, the shapes, and they took well to that. So they took the reference lines to where their eyes should be, their nose should be, their mouth should be. We overall the lesson went well. I felt that they did well. The only thing I think I would have wished for is more time to give them to improve onto the painting, because I know that's what they really, really wanted, was to make it up to par in their standards. I think everything came out great. I love the paintings that we got out of this lesson, but it is what it is. That's what, sometimes as artists, we're not always happy with the outcome that we get, and so hopefully they'll take this and run with it, you know, and with the next thing that they ever do in life, that if they don't like the outcome, they'll remember the lesson that just because when you don't like something, you can continue to work at it and hopefully improve at it, you know. Yeah, I you know, we did a before the we got here early just to go over the lesson plan a little bit, because things did change. The project did change a little bit here and there with how we were gonna do the explanations, and it ran smoothly. Josh and Maria both met me early and we went over it, and the changes were done smoothly. Like, you wouldn't even have noticed that the lesson was tweaked quite a bit. So I'm very happy with how it went. I wish we would have given them more time. I wish they would have been happier with the results that they got. I'm happy that they still want to participate. You know, none of them were discouraged from wanting to come back. So, you know, hopefully the next class they'll feel more of a satisfaction towards the end result. Yeah, that's it.